Hi, this is Vernon, still talking about chasing time travelers. And we're still talking about the Michael Drosnin data. Again, Drosnin was a journalist who became interested in the Bible Code, also known as the Torah Code. And so he asked um, a mathematician named Rips, who was involved in the original research that was published in the journal called Statistics it was Whitstone, Rips, and Rosenberg. And he was talking with Rips about the code one day, and Rips told him that to complete the Torah code, you need a key. In other words, the Torah is 300,000 some odd words, words, yeah, and but uh, but there's more to it. In other words, it could be expanded. I think was Rips's point, and and so Drosnin tried to asked Rips. Yes, I'm repeating myself from the last slide, the last presentation. And he asked Rips what the code key was, and Rips said he didn't know. So Drosnin sat at his laptop and he asked the Torah code what its own key was. You with me? He used the software, the Bible code software, to ask the Bible code what the key to itself was. And you couldn't see me just now, but I was aiming both index fingers at and bouncing them toward my computer screen, which I thought was pretty insightful and interesting, right? And it gave him answers, and that's what I'm reporting to you. So we've gone through about 20 of them. So this is the Reish. In other words, on the Davenport tablets, which Drosnin did not talk about, that's why I didn't put his picture on this slide. But the Davenport tablet shows um, two obelisks laying down, pointing at a triangle with what appears to me to be a resh in it. Excuse me. And and then I explained about the resh before. The value was 200, and so on. And I showed you an equation before for figuring out the size of the complete Torah code, which some would argue would be the Akashic records. And so this equation, to make a long story short, is a way to grow the Akashic the Torah matrix. In other words, if we assume that the universe is growing, right, then it seems to me that the Torah matrix should not be static, right? So that's the point of this one. And down there where it says source confidential for the expansion rate, I wrote this so long ago I don't remember what the source was myself, but anyway. So Q number 20, code key at ground zero. So according to Drosnin, the code key was at ground zero on 9/11. In other words, Manhattan. There are two ways to interpret that. One is that what it really meant was that the person who brought the code key, who gave us the person who gave us the code key, Michael Drosnin, was in Tribeca the morning of 9/11. He said it was right down the block or something like that. So maybe when Drosnin looked at the matrix, the Torah code matrix, and it said code key at ground zero, maybe what he didn't do was look around for perhaps his own name, right? Which might have said, Drosnin code key ground zero, which in any case. So that's one interpretation. Another possible interpretation is that code key at ground zero really means something like the code key is about ground zero, which of course is the point for the whole Davenport tablet thing, right? With twin towers falling on September 11th, a mass cremation scene, a guy attacking by air and stuff like that. And the Torah Code also told Drosnin that there would be words on the pillar, on the obelisk. And there were words on those obelisks. One of them said "herds of the Lord," and I forget if they both said the same thing or not. But "herds of the Lord" and 5,000 were on uh, both of those, I think. And for Q number 22, it said it took the so again this is Drosnin sitting at his laptop typing in search terms using the Bible code, the Torah Code software, and these are the cues that it gave him. And again, he went to the Middle East looking for all this stuff. And my argument is that I think it was right here in Davenport, Iowa, in the Putnam Museum. But it was from the Middle East, right? Because um, on the first of the Davenport tablets, where it says, to a pillar attach a mirror so that when the sun rises on the first day of spring, it'll illuminate a stone called the Watcher, and then you should hold your New Year's celebration. Now I forget why I said all that, but let's see the term. Yeah, I forget why I even said that. In any case, so the code key is at a tongue, and arguably the as I mentioned before, Rock Island, Illinois used to protrude from Davenport like a tongue. And I mentioned this before. I think I didn't say it right before. Earlier on in a different video, I said that the Davenport tablets told Drosnin something about language. That one was just, I think the point of that, which I didn't say right, was that the Davenport tablet, was that the code key would be in a language that people could understand. And for this clue, Q, C-U-E, for number 23, um, it told Drosnin that that the code key tablets could function as a dictionary between languages. And that's true because it's got three languages: Egyptian hieroglyphics, Egyptian Hieratic, and Iberian Punic on the Davenport tablets. It also told him there would be Chaldean language. Well, long story short, Hebrew is arguably Chaldean, and it's got a resh, which is a Hebrew term, letter. It also told Drosnin that the Torah Code also told Drosnin that it told him temple and code key. It said that as you can see, it said that the code key would be at a temple. Period. Hard stop. Now, if you look at the image below on the bottom of this page on the right, that's from the 1800s from an archaeological journal explaining exactly where the tablets were found. And you see where it says A there? Well, that's where they found the tablet with the with the twin tower thing, twin obelisks. So here's my point. It was the Drosnin asked the Torah Code where this stuff would be found. It told him it's going to be in a temple in a mound. And here we've got this temple, arguably because it's an altar, inside of a mound. And underneath that little altar is where they found the main tablet. Okay, thanks for listening to my awkward presentation of part 25.